Welcome, Capricorn, to your mid-February general reading. So this is a general reading. Take what resonates, leave the rest. You know, you probably listen to other readers who say the same thing, so you get it by now, but just in case. So with that said, if you would like to book a one-on-one reading with me, just go to the description box below, check out the link to book a session. I'd be happy to see ya. Aside from that, there's also information about the decks that I am using in this reading, as well as a link to check out my new tarot class. It is subscription-based. You can drop in, drop out at any time. There's no commitment. It is a tarot intensive with the goal at the end of it to become A, a better storyteller, and B, to basically create your own tarot or other divination deck if you so choose. That part is optional. So it's called Total Tarot. Check it out. I'm really excited about it. Been working on it since last August. But otherwise, let's hop into it, okay? All right, let's see. I'm going to pull some cards from the Swatches of Chakra deck just to get a little color into the reading, because that's always fun for me. All right, so we're going to pull 3 cards to get us started. Okay, so we have truth, talking about our throat chakra here, self-esteem, that's solar plexus, and finances, that's our root. So it's time to get grounded. It's time to speak out what you want and what you need in order to feel supported and happy and secure. And Capricorn, you are all about your money. You are all about your money, about your business. And, people expect that from you. But what they don't expect is that sometimes, you're not always going to go with the sure thing. Because sometimes the tried and true and tested doesn't always pan out, especially in times where things are changing like they are now. And you may have had kind of a knock to your confidence lately, been realizing a few things in terms of maybe how you manage your finances. And, with Saturn, your ruler, in your house for the past 3 years. Oh my gosh, I know. I was having my Saturn return. It was brutal, but I learned so much about my resources and not just money. A lot of it had to do with my energy, with my ideas, the way that I do seek to innovate spaces. So anyways, before I get too far into it, let's go a little bit deeper. Feel like it's time for you to move forward and choose a more creative path. That's one thing that I am picking up on here. Let's see. Kind of get your hands a little dirty here. In the dirt, there's lots of wonderful things that allow many wonderful natural things to grow, without having to do too much later on, except observe, tend, prune, right? And I feel like that's the kind of opportunity that you're coming into. If you choose to get creative, choose to do something a little innovative moving forward, it's going to be some dirty, hard work at the beginning, but the fruits of your labor, it's just going to kind of run itself. I'm kind of feeling that. Not like an automation type thing, but just like the nature of it, the pace of it, the feeling of it is going to help you achieve that kind of lifestyle that you want. Because all work and no play makes for a very dull person. Trust me, I've lived it. So with truth, we have peace. And this is the Prism Oracle deck. So you're really coming to terms with certain truths about yourself, about your work ethic, about how you approach work. This could also be like with any type of relationship, but your relationship to your finances and how you build and grow all of your resources, I feel like. And so you're learning to make peace with where you're at now and realizing the truth of your own habits and whether they are helping or hindering you. And your self-worth does get really tied up in your earnings. I get it. We're human. That is a very human thing to have happen. So we have caution. Now the self-esteem card did come reversed, so we have the caution with it, which is also a yellow card. So it's like, really pay attention when you start to go down that slippery slope of attempting to please others, because it's very important to make sure that you're pleased with what you're doing, that you're feeling good about what you're putting out into the world, and that you feel good when you're doing it. If you need to rest, rest. If you need to take a breather, take a breather. If you don't want to do this and this and this, figure out a way to delegate it out and choose the types of things that you're available for. Choose the tasks that you're available for, the projects you're available for. You may have certain offers come in that you're excited at first because you're like, oh, this is a chance for me to build up some wealth maybe, and if not wealth, at least a little pocket money to, take care of a few things. But your enthusiasm may dwindle. I will say that. Yeah, your enthusiasm may dwindle because you're like, all right, you're going back to your intentions and you're like, would I really enjoy doing this? Does this feel good to me? Does this excite me? No, not so much. Like, A, it's probably not even a very challenging thing. B, it's probably a waste of your time. And C, you're just doing it for the money. So release any of those circumstances where you're just doing it for the money. Now I get it. Sometimes that's just how it is. Sometimes we just have to do things in order to make it by. But if you have options, other things are going on. Don't be greedy and try to take on everything at once, overloading yourself. Do what feels good. Really build that out. Give it your full attention, focus, and heart here. And then with finances, we have movement. So you may be changing kind of where you settle down and build your financial security. I'm also sensing that there's movement and a shift maybe in your finances that's causing a lot, that's making you feel valued, because we have green. I'm also associating that with the heart chakra. And it's making you feel, it's putting you in a place where you feel valued, where you feel good, where the world's kind of opening up in a way again, and you don't have to move through it like a shrewd, business person. So yeah, it's not going to be like some cutthroat type of thing where you're going to have to scrap and scrounge and compete and therefore pressure yourself to perform and to take on all of these tasks and to do all of these things and, show up. Instead, you can participate and enjoy, treat it like a fun project as opposed to some type of punishment. So let's get into some tarot here. We'll go a little bit deeper. And I feel like, I've learned from a few friends and some people that, some friends that actually do acupuncture, that the heart and the solar plexus, there's a point right in the middle called the spirit point, Shen. That's where our spirit resides. And so seeing this yellow and this green come up next with this caution and this movement, it's pay attention to your spirit. What speaks to your spirit? I feel like you're also maybe stepping into more purpose, making peace with yourself, not just wandering around trying to create opportunities. The opportunities are coming, and you now have the opportunity to choose instead of having to always come out of thin air with something. It's like now you're kind of being offered a chance to choose a door instead of having to build it from scratch, right? That's just kind of what I got there. But spirit point, yeah, this is like you're really moving forward in spirit. So with the Peace card and Truth, we have the Empress reverse. So yeah, this definitely tells me that you've been someone who has perhaps been really... So with the Empress, it's creative energy, creative feminine energy. So very receptive, very relaxed, allows things to kind of flow and going with that flow, nurturing things, supporting things. And with this, it feels like that energy is either non-existent or it's been kind of put off, pushed away. There's resistance there to this Empress energy, and you're making peace and recognizing the ways in maybe which you've done that. You haven't allowed yourself to enjoy many pleasures. You're taking on leadership roles have been more a solo affair, or perhaps you've been subject to a lot of people who have shaped you into the person that you would become in terms of your working life, in terms of how you move through things, and in terms of building your finances and security. There's been a lot of pressure there, a lot of negativity there, and a lot of preparing for the worst case scenario. So I feel like a lot of worry, and it's like you're making peace with the fact that that's not really constructive way to move through the world. It's not a very constructive way to create and to build something, especially if you expect it to provide you with the lifestyle that you can enjoy. If you're not building it through enjoyment, it's not going to create any for you. All right, let's pull another card. Oof, these are kind of jumbly. All right. With caution, we have the Nine of Wands. So with caution and self-esteem here, there may be a need to protect oneself, maybe having your guard up in some form or fashion when it comes to certain things. And that's actually a good thing. It's not a bad thing. It doesn't mean that bad things are coming. It's just saying like, hey, pay attention. Hey, slow down. Make sure that you feel good about what you're stepping. Hey Aquarius, welcome to your mid-February check-in. This is a general reading, so take what resonates, leave the rest. You know the deal, and if not, now you know. If you would like to book a one-on-one reading, a session with me, the link is down in the description box below, as well as information about all the decks that I've used in the reading, as well as a link to check out my new tarot course, Total Tarot. It is a tarot intensive. It's subscription based, drop in anytime. There's no commitment. We're going to go really deep into all aspects of the tarot. I've been working on this course since last August, and I'm really excited to get it out there. I've kind of been chomping at the bit to release this. So give it a look, see if it's for you. The goal at the end of it is to become A, a better storyteller, and B, to create and build your own tarot or other style of divination deck. That part is optional, but I'm pretty excited to see what comes out of it. So anyways, let us dive in to your reading. I am using the Swatches of Chakra deck, so we're going to get a little colorful today, and we're going to pull 3 cards for you, Aquarius. All right, so first we have Divine Consciousness. A lot of folks have been getting Divine Consciousness lately. We have Creativity. Oh, that's beautiful. And we have Communication. Okay. Almost feels like some type of like channeling of some sort. With this Divine Consciousness, we're working with Crown Chakra. Creativity is the Sacral Chakra, which is by your navel. Communication, Throat Chakra. So it's all pretty well spread out in terms of the energy that we're focusing on here. Let's see what information we get. I feel like there is some type of inspiration that just comes in, and now it's a matter of figuring out how to put it into form, put it out into the world. Maybe asking for what you need, whether you're seeking investors or people to tell you just have a good idea on your hands. There's something about that, I feel like, maybe some type of validation or workshopping something. All right, so I am pulling the Prism Oracle cards. I'm going to pull 3 here. So with Divine Consciousness, we have balance. So it could be something that you've been asking for to come in to set things right. Maybe you've been feeling a little out of balance, a little behind schedule on something. Maybe you've been procrastinating, I don't know. But now something is coming in to help you kind of click things back into place. Perhaps you just felt a little misaligned, and now you finally are getting your head in the right place, if that makes sense. And with Creativity, we have growth. And so now you're seeing yourself kind of move in new ways in terms of your, in terms of what you build, what you put out into the world, and maybe the ways in which you work. Perhaps you're learning a new process in order to make things happen. And maybe it was just time, things were just getting old, a little stagnant. You needed to shake it up a little bit, right? Get some energy moving in a different way. Same thing in terms of like our mind, for example, like neuroplasticity is extremely important. That's why we exercise and do these different things and move our bodies and do activities that vary and create variance in the way that we move through the world to help create variance in the ways that we think and the ways that we put information together, as well as compile it and examine it, right? So then we have communication, which, you know, perfect because I'm just talking about it. And we have pain reverse. So it's like things are coming to you and through you a lot more easily. Perhaps there were areas where you just felt a little bit blocked creatively. And so now you're able, or maybe you're able to express some type of pain in a way that you're maybe flipping the script in some form or fashion here. Let's see. Things are kind of like lightening up for you. Let's pull some tarot. Here we have the Ten of Wands with balance and divine consciousness. So yeah, something about like you're just tired of the way things were working. Maybe there was some type of mundane routine or something. You were putting too much work on yourself, trying to do too many things at once, and you're like, ugh, I want to do all these things, or maybe I don't want to do all these things, and I just need a break. And so maybe you took one. Maybe you're about to take one. But it's like stop and smell the roses. Get back, you know, into your senses. Get back into your body. You know, allow yourself to feel what's going on. All right, so we had a couple of cards fall onto the floor. So let me pick those up really quick, and then we'll continue on with your reading. We've had 3 cards come out for you. Rather explosive energy. Definitely it's like kind of like towery, you know. But maybe it's a good thing. It's like a surprise. It's like, here we go. And I was talking about inspiration earlier. So we have the 7 of Pentacles, we have the Ace of Swords, and we have the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, wow. So maybe you've finally decided on something that you're going to invest a little bit of labor in. Maybe it's a labor of love. But whatever it is, you're very clear and certain about it. It feels really good, very nourishing to you, and you're able to really put a lot of yourself into it. You're able to, it may be something that you kind of have to hold gently next to you for a little bit until you're able to put more work or effort in that direction. But it for right now, it's like you may be juggling a couple things. There may be some things you have to do, but this is the thing that you want to do, right? And so you have to still kind of keep your eyes on the prize somehow and make it all work, make it all connect, make it all link together, creating the right type of ecosystem, environment, putting together the right resources to bring something to fruition in order to make a switch, in order to kind of pulling the lever to get the train tracks like readjusted, you know, to get that train route shifted. I don't know, I'm kind of getting stuff about trains. Here we have the Judgment card reversed. As you realize, like, something just ain't working out. There's something that's just not working out for you. Maybe you're waiting on some type of opportunity, some type of wake-up call. Maybe this was your wake-up call in some form or fashion. But let's see, we have the Wheel of Fortune down here, so it's like some type of, I'm getting like bullseye, like dartboard, like bullseye. It's like you gotta get focused, and I feel like right now you're still in that space of having to shift and transition your focus. You're getting the stage prepared in order to get to that place, to hit that bullseye, to answer that call, to make that judgment call. It's like, I think knowing what needs to change is really where you're at now, and getting everything prepared in order to follow through with it, right? So it's not something that's just going to happen overnight. So it's imperative that you remain patient, and that you just whittle it down to a couple things that really command your attention right now. It's like something you have to do, something you want to do, and something you need to do. I don't know if that makes sense. And we have the Queen of Swords reversed, and so there may be times you may come off as like really kind of cut off in certain spaces, not there, perhaps daydreaming a good bit. We also have the Hangman under here. It's like, you know, you don't want to get stuck or pulled back into any of these things that you want to move away from, right? it's interesting because then the Three of Wands and the Empress turn back around, because I feel like someone's going to try to pull you back in and get you out of sync again. You may be persuaded in some way, or something may come in that's like, oh, actually, this isn't so bad. And then like a few months down the line, you're like, what was I thinking? So either like something may entice you to go back to it or to stick around, and it's like, politely decline, or ask if you can take some time to consider it. Either way, but don't just flat out decline it to the person that's offering it to you, because that may come off as a little uncouth. Yeah, we have the Fool card reversed. I feel like you're dealing with people that aren't big risk takers. They're not big risk takers. Some people, and that's fine. Some people people like different things. People like security. You know, we all come from different backgrounds and have experienced different things. So, be gentle with them. Because you may end up putting them off, and it may feel very personal. So 10 of Wands with the Hanged Man reversed. So yeah, you're ready for something new. It's time to like break the ties. You're like, all right, I'm just not here right now. You know, you just haven't been here. And then it's like this idea comes in, this passion comes in. We have the Ace of Cups. You're willing to sacrifice, you know, whatever you can in order to have this cup overfloweth, but it's not being asked of you quite yet. You got to bring things to a peaceful conclusion before you can move forward. And then we have the Page of Cups reversed here. So it's like, again, yeah, you may be kind of asked to do some things that aren't like much of a surprise to you. So whatever is being asked or offered to you or whatever, you know, it's like part of you doesn't want any more surprises either, but it's like, just learn to enjoy change, you know, learn to enjoy the transitional phases of things. Here we have the Six of Swords, and so you may kind of be resistant to it a little bit because you don't know what's on the other side. You don't know how long it's going to take. You don't know if it's worth it, right? And so that may create a little bit of doubt that may cause you to be like, yeah, I guess I'll accept that. And we have this Knight of Swords, and it's like, you know, someone coming in, seeing that you might be slacking off, or feeling like your attention is waning, and so they're trying to like fix that. And we have the Emperor and the Ten of Swords reversed here. So it's like, don't take on that extra work, because it's going to put you in a place where you're going to try to get the F out faster, and it's gonna destabilize whatever it is you have been doing in order to make a smooth transition to something else. So anyways, that is what I have for you, Aquarius. I hope that was helpful. Please like and subscribe. If you'd like to book a session with me, link is down below. Information about the cards, my upcoming tarot course. Check it out. And until next time, bye.